It's one of the challenges of companies, innovative companies, is thinking that they're working towards an inflection point on their thesis, but that's not necessarily the case where the rest of the competitive landscape is. It's particularly in their specific area of modality, or whether it's an indication, or whether they're not seeing the entire landscape of options that are out there. Is there any comments, maybe Laia, that you see where companies are focused on generating an inflection point that matters to their technology but doesn't matter necessarily to the markets?
We see that, and that's a bit of a critical point of view, right? But specifically on medical devices and CE certification. I think everybody regards CE certification as a huge value inflection point, and we always think that the value inflection point therefore is first adoption and first sales, which shows that clinicians or whoever needs to adopt it is ready to adopt, right? When you plan, you need to draw your roadmap, right? Draw the value inflection points, the resources, the budget that you need, and then decide how big is the fund round that you're doing and where does it bring you, right? And then most of them are closed or finished to getting the CE. What happens? Then you get delayed. Then, something happens that you were not planning and so on. And you either do not even get the CE, and then bridge rounds need to happen, or you just get the CE and then you need to fundraise for full commercialization without we investors or whoever is funding your company having a proof that somebody really wants to adopt that, right? So we always recommend, when you are in this critical moment, to plan your round for first commercialization. I do not need it to be deployed in different markets, etc., right? But if you're talking about Spain or any European market, the CE, and get your first 3 clinics that are really paying for using it, right? And then you get the round based on that works, there is demand, and we are scaling up the commercialization, right? And I think this FDA and biotech is different because you are acquired normally while you are in clinical phases, right? And they're showing efficacy of biomarkers and so on that are clear, of course, value inflection points. But I feel in the devices or digital health space, CE approval by itself, I would question whether that's like a clear value inflection point, or rather going to a little step afterwards.
I mean, if you're watching this on video, I would urge you to rewind and go back and rewatch what Laia just said. It is really important